declare a quorum, call meeting to order. Priscilla? Priscilla Munson? Thanks, you make it, okay. Well, that's all right. We'll just offer our own word prayer. Well, bow, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you now and thank you so much for all the many blessings that you bestow upon us. Please watch over us now as we undertake the business of the county. And we do everything remembering that we work for the citizens of Brown County. Give us wisdom in making decisions. We do everything, may everything that we do glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Citizens' comments. Everyone want to sign that, is that correct? Yeah. Nobody signed that. Minutes of the meetings from August the 19th.
Make a motion to approve both the regular board meeting and the budgetary meeting.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as they are prepared. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? There is none. Treasurer and auditor reports. None.
Nothing extra.
Burn ban.
Needs to stay in place as far as I'm concerned.
Does anybody know where we're at in our 90 day?
I got June, or September 23rd.
Okay.
Somewhere along there.
No employee changes this week. New business consideration and possible action to authorize Brown County Sheriff Department to accept donations. Chief Deputy. With us this morning.
We had a couple of checks come in from Miss Gay and Miss Blake. $100 each for donation. Miss Gay also had $1 that came in for the Sheriff's Association. It was weird.
Yeah.
That's what
We appreciate you thinking about it.
Yes, absolutely. And a silver blanket. So, very nice.
Yeah, it was. Y'all report,
And on the jail report,
we're running pretty full right now.
We have 175 inmates this morning. We have 6 paper ready. We're housing 2 female for other counties. We're housing 1 in another county.
Well, I move to approve the donations. Sheriff to accept donations to his office.
Thank you, gentlemen.
It's been moved and seconded that we authorize the sheriff to accept those donations that have been mentioned this morning. Any opposed? There is none. Consideration and possible approval of an order of election for November 5th, 2024. Join with have a joint election with Zephyr ISD and May ISD.
Good morning. I have an order of election here for the general election along with 2 ISD elections, May and Zephyr. I'll give that to you. I also have the proclamation that you probably already got from the governor. I could give you that.
So, I think we all understand what the order of election were. But tell us, remind us what May, you're talking about just May and Zephyr just doing it for them.
Yes, yes. Those are the only 2 that will be holding an election with the general election.
Or the general election handle.
Yes. And we've got a proclamation from the governor for the presidential election.
And so this this order of election,
That's everybody that's gonna be on the ballot.
see this.
Do we have to approve it?
Yes, sir. Have to get it signed by the county judge.
Better catch them all again.
I move we approve the order of election for the November general election for county officers and to include May ISD and separatized.
Been moved and seconded to approve the order of election for the November the 5th general election that includes not only those items normally on the general election, but also elections for May ISD and Zephyrized. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? She's gonna.
She'll get a copy. And can I please announce, I got a call from Brooke Smith ISD, that we will no longer be doing our elections there. They have built a Brooke Smith Community Center. So I've done the correct paperwork with the state, and that's the only school so far, probably the last school where we have elections. So we won't be doing it there. We're now moving to the community center, which will be, 12960 FM 586 in Brooke Smith. And there will be signs put up that we haven't. Okay, they will have a grand opening and everyone is welcome to attend. Thank you.
Discussion regarding the organization and operation of the county surveyor's office. Ms. Dawn, is he here?
No.
He took it off?
Yeah.
But I
He
didn't.
took it off because he said the wording was changed, and he wasn't able to discuss what he needed to discuss. What he said to us.
That's not true.
Understand?
Well, I mean,
The wording was changed from what he asked.
okay, obviously he can't, he doesn't have the authority to take things off.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's on our agenda. And so did you want to talk about it?
I do.
Since he's not here?
I do,
Okay.
I do. As after discussions with the city of Brownwood and the city of Early, I have been put in a difficult position as far as receiving plats in my office. I'm having issues with the county surveyor. Basically, he thinks I'm his secretary, basically. And he's sending me emails and text, and I got one yesterday morning at 7:45 and telling me what to do and how to do it. And that's gonna stop. I'm just letting you know that I will put a stop to that. But there's been discussions about the city of Brownwood and the city of Early filing plats with just the county clerk's office and not with the county surveyor. And that makes Don angry because he doesn't get the repeat fee. And he may be right, I don't know. That's why I need some guidance and discussion, hopefully to help me know what to do as the clerk, because I'm kind of in the middle. When the city comes in and tells me they don't want to talk with Don, they want to talk with me. Can I do that? I have been. I just want to do things correctly, make sure that I'm doing them right. And since he is an elected official, I wouldn't want him following reverse certificates. I wouldn't want him to tell me what to do. I'm not trying to overstep my bounds with him. I just need some clarification and discussion that would hopefully help me know where I stand. Because I can't talk with him. We're at a point where we can't talk And, he wants to talk, but it's always the same. It's always his side, and he doesn't listen to what I have to say. So it's actually two elected officials that are going head to head over a procedure. And so that's why I'm asking, help from the county attorney, which she would represent me if anything happened. Yeah.
I mean, he could say the same thing, so I won't do that.
Yeah. That's right, he's an elected official too, so he can represent us well, if you just pick me.
Well,
So,
obviously, this is an issue that we've been dealing with.
for 20 years or more.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's gotten much worse recently.
it's gotten, unbearable for me.
Right, and so, obviously, I'm very disappointed that you didn't show up today. And so, but they don't know what you and I are talking about. And so this is a public forum, and so, I mean, we the media and the citizens don't have any idea what we're talking about. And so just to answer your question, obviously, this is something we're working on, and we're working on a plan, and it's, as you said, it's a 20-year problem, and it doesn't get fixed in 3 or 4 days or a week.
I guess in the meantime, I was just wondering what.
And so we're working on it, and we're exploring how other counties handle this issue, and we're aware of that it's a problem, and we sympathize with you. And so it is something that we're working on.
Okay.
And just so y'all understand, those of you that aren't involved understand what's going on. Without getting too technical, when there are subdivisions of land, and there are surveys of that subdivision created, those need to be filed in public records so other people can look at them and see. And so there are approval processes that have to be followed. It depends on whether they're inside the city or outside the city limits of an incorporated town. And so we're working on updating our procedures for filing those with the records. And so everybody seems to be on a different page, and so we'll work through that.
So the 2 cities, like,
Oh, sure.
so the 2 cities, they have an appropriate person to,
Yes, they do.
I mean, so what are their title, what are they, I mean, who does that for the cities, Early and our Brownwood?
There's 4 cities.
Two of the 4, they're 4 incorporated cities, you know that.
Right.
And then there are 2 of the 4 have a in fact, that they're the 2, City of Brownwood and City of Early's approval process is even more involved than our approval process. And so, I personally think the law is very clear that, once it's gone through a particular municipality's approval process, then it should be approved, and all it is filed. It doesn't have to be reviewed and filed. And so, but those are issues that we can deal with. We're gonna deal with in the future. We're not dealing with those today.
So the cities still have to pay filing fees.
Well, they have to pay file. Well, you're talking about under our current rules or what it should be? Just
Under our current rules.
Well,
I mean, that should be yet.
Yeah, under our current rules, we are reviewing every plat in Brown County. And there are some of us, me included, that think that that's inappropriate, that we should only be reviewing plats outside the city limits.
I'm talking filing fees.
Okay, well, I know the issue is, under the current rules, there's a filing fee and then there's a review fee. And so I guess the ultimate question is, why are we charging the City of Brownwood and the City of Early to review their plats when they've already been reviewed and they've already been approved? And so why are we also charging them to review their plats when they've already been approved and they're perfect? All we should be doing is just charging a filing fee and filing.
Are there any consequences if something's not done properly on their half to come back on us?
It goes to their, we're talking about where they've already done their own survey.
Yeah.
And it's already been approved by
But
a
I mean, something
surveyor.
goes haywire, we'll come back. So,
The liability should be on the person who did the survey.
Yeah, and that's the developer, that's the surveyor, that's their problems. But Judge Westmoreland was raising his hand.
I think that, well, I've been hired by Mr. King, and my function is gonna be more of a mediator, I think, than arguing on his behalf. When I was on the bench, those rules were initiated, we had subdivision rules created. And they've been amended a couple of times. I was not aware that there was a review fee. I was under the impression it was just a filing fee, of which $100 goes to the county clerk and the rest goes to the surveyor. I mean, that's how it gets paid. But
so actually,
what I would ask is that you put me in the loop. I think I can be a little more,
I think,
I don't get emotional with it. This is just a job for me. And
I think you
I'll
would be,
approach it from a logical and reasonable way.
I think you'd be a good resource.
And so,
I think the
if
fees
there are
are,
meetings about changing the rules, if you would put me on the list. Is that all right?
absolutely.
And I'll probably appear in lieu of Mr. King. Even if he insists on coming, I think I can bring them in. So there can be lines of communication between Sharon and I.
There can be, but the reason you don't know the filing fees is because you didn't change them, Judge Lilly did.
Well, I've read the amendment that Judge Lilly signed,
Okay.
and that's where I saw the filing fees that were to be assessed.
Okay.
And the city of Brownwood pays them. And, you know, I don't find anything in the law that exempts any municipality or any government entity from paying filing fees that are set by the county in order to file something. If those fees are to be changed, that may be part of the process. The only entity that doesn't have to pay filing fees is the state. And as I understand it, a plat was filed by the city of Burley and no fee was paid. No filing fee was paid.
It was paid through the land records. He filed it with me, the county clerk, and we gave it an instrument number instead of a volume and page for a flat record.
Which, we know that's not right. I mean,
That is not right.
we know that. I know what you were about to say, and that's,
No, I'm not gonna say anything more because then we get into a contentious situation. Let's say any contention for a meeting among.
sure. And just so you know, there's no one suggested that you shouldn't pay a filing fee. We all agree that there should be a filing fee paid.
And a part of that filing fee is what pays Mr. King.
Yeah.
Anyway, just put me in the loop, please. Thank you.
Okay, so would you know anything about item D item D is, he wanted a consideration of possible approval to authorize the purchase of a county cemetery plat book, excuse me. Now,
You mentioned that briefly to me, and you mentioned the Powell Cemetery.
Lost Creek.
I'm not sure what all Commissioner Kelvin, but,
Are you familiar with this issue?
Well,
yeah, I can't tell you exactly what the problem is, but,
Do you know what the issue is? Okay, I'm sorry, Sharon does.
I do. He called me and told me that he has a lot of people that has been approaching him about surveying cemeteries because a lot of people are dedicating land. And then they need a survey, he said. So he needs to find out Well, actually, he wanted me to find out, which I'm not, because I don't know anything about that.
He did say that at least in one instance, there has been a protrusion of an adjoining landowner onto cemetery property, that has, decreased the size of the cemetery, and, that needed to be surveyed.
Not in Lost Creek or something out there, I'm not sure. Yeah, he did tell me about that. Not know anything about a book.
Plan to have some cemetery inside. That's what the cemetery association, I don't want to just say.
So Sharon, he's wanting, so do you want to pass that?
I don't know anything about it.
Find a plat for you?
And so she told me, I don't want, my name's not on there, it's just like,
But it doesn't matter his name.
I don't want to do
Makes
it.
no difference.
No, I don't know anything about it.
So you said you don't know anything about us buying a plat book for
I
cemeteries?
know that he's talking about plats, but if he's a surveyor, he should know how to plat without a plat book. So I don't know,
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm aggravated.
that's very obvious.
Yes, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Well, those are a legitimate reason for a cemetery plat. I would think, I mean, I don't know.
Well, he needs to kind of explain that. Okay, all right, so we're gonna pass that. So, payment of bills.
You didn't see it?
There you go.
What's the COVID-19 fund payment to the health, behavior health department?
To our budgeted amount for the hearings.
We're being called the behavior health department. I definitely had been, I just want to call it. That's what kind of, and say what.
Did y'all second?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I didn't even hear him.
Larry made the motion, Shaw seconded.
Thank you.
Good. All right, so moved and seconded to approve the payment of bills as prepared. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? There is none. So that is approved. Well, we're sorry, those of you that were, looks like,
They already left.
no, we still got four people here for the survey discussion. And so, probably,
Do we need to hear from one of the here, anything, hear their points?
we could. Anybody have anything they want to say? And Tony got up and left, but I think he was chasing after Judge West. But you probably can see that this is an issue that is probably just getting started rather than coming to a conclusion. And so, anybody have anything to add? But I think it certainly appears that it's time to fix it. And so that's what we're committed to. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after. But for Sharon's best interest, I think probably needs to be at least sometime in the next 6 months.
It'd be nice. 6 years, it's been 20.
January.
Yeah, January, it'll be a good, yeah, first meeting in January. You know, I will tell y'all that we spent, Ms. Broughton and I spent Friday looking and talking to other counties, how they do it, how their approval process. And I have not found a single county in Texas. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't found them. I haven't found a single county in Texas that the county reviews a plat that was previously approved by a municipality. I haven't found it. I mean, like I said, it may be out there somewhere. There may be some little one somewhere, but I haven't found one.
Just for the record, we're not opposed to paying the filing fees.
Yeah, that's the filing fee's not the issue, it's the review fee. And so I just can't fathom why we would be reviewing a plat that was previously approved by a city. That's just the bottom line. Okay? And so, did you want to say anything?
I mean, I wanted to give you guys a copy of something, just, I don't think there's any reason, we should do anything that state law doesn't let us do, so I wanted to provide you all just as.
So we're back on item C. Our record, right?
So basically, chapter 232 of the Texas Local Government Code is what gives the county authority to set rules related to plats. And if you look right there, it says outside the city limits of the municipality. So rules that the county can set related to platting is only for those areas outside the city limits. You go on down and it'll talk about chapter 232, talks about our extraterritorial jurisdiction. In 2015, the Commissioners Court gave us the authority to regulate plats in our extraterritorial jurisdictions. I think Brownwood had been doing it for years before that. So then you go to 212, that's the city's authority to regulate plats. And it says within the city limits and within our extraterritorial jurisdiction. So I think the confusion has started with when the county passes rules, it's perceived that that covers everywhere in the county. It's everywhere except the city limits and the TJ.
When was that done? Did you go back?
For the state law, or
I know the county passing their rules.
y'all have amended them off and on. I mean, 2019, I think, was the last time they did it amended under Judge Willie. And so basically, it says filing fees, but when you look at the fee schedule, you're paying filing fees to the clerk's office to get it filed into the property records and the plats records. And then everything else, which is the bulk of it, is going to the county surveyor as a review. And if he doesn't like something that's on your plat, he marks it off and you have to pay him to review it again. So therefore it's a review fee. That's not a filing fee. And he should only be reviewing what's outside the city limits that he should do. That's what we do. And there's a lot of work. We've been talking to Shane and Jennifer and Sharon trying to get this worked out. But there's a lot that you guys will need to work on going forward related to plat approval. And it does create a little bit of confusion too, because we're one of like 7 counties in the state of Texas that still have an elected surveyor.
So for this, even a county size of blanket. For the plat or not.
Yeah, so
Well-
I think the thing is if they've passed rules regulating, if they haven't, it kind of falls to the county.
If they're unable to really
Correct.
do that, but that still falls back on us.
Yes.
Same as banks, probably in the same position perhaps. Are they actually, everybody's actually.
Yeah.
Property into that.
Well, and they would have to have formal rules on adoption.
In the past, the county clerk was the only one that filed plats, even though we had a surveyor. Margaret used to file the plats, and she turned it all over to him, because she don't mess with it anymore.
Well,
Yeah, and he didn't have anything to do with them at that time.
now, in defense of Don, okay, the law is, if you have a county surveyor, that's who, that's black letter law.
I get that, but he didn't do it.
No, but what I'm saying is, the black letter law in the state of Texas is, if you have a county surveyor,
Right.
that is who keeps plat records.
That's
The law just says that they have to. And so I don't have a problem with paying a filing fee and having a cabinet where he puts his, that's not the issue. It's just there's no review of it. That's a purely ministerial duty. His duty is to accept it, put his label on it, and put it in the file cabinet. That's all he's supposed to do. So that, and have an organized way of an outsider going and looking at it. He doesn't get to say, no, that's not right. No, you didn't do this right. No, you need that label on there. That's not his job. Brownwood?
I'd just like to add, Emily Crawford City Manager, I just attended the TML conference workshop last Thursday. It was on land use essentials, planning and zoning. The way it was explained to us in that class, and this was by 3 different attorneys from 3 different cities, is if a city is incorporated, has their own commission, like the Planning and Zoning Commission, or a designated official of the city that reviews and approves plats, then once the plat is approved by the city, it is supposed to be taken directly to the county clerk for filing. There's no other review, no other process in the method. And that's the way the majority of the counties and cities in Texas do it. I think some of the issues that we've had is it's always went to Don, and sometimes sit there for weeks before we ever got a review back or got it back. During this time, we're having developers and contractors constantly ringing our phone, where's the process on this plat? We need a copy of this plat back so we can finish our closing deal on this property. There's no secret that Brownwood and Early is growing at huge rates right now, and I don't see it slowing down no time in the future. And we can't afford to have our plats held up. We need them to move forward when we file them. And as Tony stated, the law is pretty clear on there that, if you have a planning and zoning commission or a designated person in the city that approves the plats through the plat process, then that should be it. It should be filed with the clerk. Again, we're not arguing the point about filing fee. I agree there should be a filing fee. There's clerical, administrative fees there that have to be paid. We're not arguing that point. We want to bypass the delay in getting the plat approved because it's going to another review process. So,
Thank you.
I think he answered my question. Basically, if they have a process in place, then if they don't have a process in place.
now one thing,
Like this.
I had one thing we did learn in that class last week was you mentioned the city of Blanket or Bangs. If they don't have a planning and zoning commission or a process to approve plats, then yes, the county surveyor can step in and review that plat for approval.
Thank you.
But that's only if they don't have a board to approve it.
Anybody else?
All right, then I think we're adjourned.
Well,
Are you doing executive session?
I don't think we have any reason.
Okay.
I had no idea what Mr. King was wanting. It's been very cryptic. And so I put that in case.
Okay.
So we are adjourned.